Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the KGC show. And I'm your host, KGC. And for today, I called on some big names in country music. And they are huge names to me. You guys have probably heard their music if you've watched the movie The Least of These with Deborah Allen and Dwayne Allen, then you definitely have heard these guys' music and much more. They just released a brand new single with the Oak Ridge Boys, Leaving Louisiana in a Broad Daylight. And the video is really cool for that as well. So we'll talk all about that and more. Please make welcome my friends, the Flat River Band. How you doing, boys?
Doing
Hey,
good,
buddy. Thanks for having us,
Thanks
man.
for having us. How's everything up in Spokane?
Well, it's nice and hot up here in Washington.
Is it?
Yeah, we don't joke around in the summertime.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty hot and humid here in Middle Tennessee as well. So,
Yeah.
but we appreciate you having us on, brother. Thanks
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Well, it's my honor, and I'm fascinated to know about your guys' historic music career, to say the least. But can you guys take us back to where it all first started for you guys and performing with your family at Dollywood?
Yeah, sure enough. We grew up in an authentic family band, and our grandpa played the dobro. My grandma played the upright bass. I played the five string. Danger played the mandolin. Andy played the spoons
Or the knee.
or the knee, and then Daddy played guitar and Mama sang. So we've done that for many years. We played for several years at various different amusement parks across the nation, and we just festivals, fairs, you name it, we played it, and it's been one heck of a ride, So that's kind of the background of who we are, and I guess about 15 years ago, a little more than that, the brothers, I moved down to Middle Tennessee, doing the songwriting thing, and then the brothers came down, and we started playing every weekend at the Nashville Palace and Alabama Grill here in Middle Tennessee, and we've just been writing songs and making babies for the last 15 years. So we've just been enjoying the musical ride,
Yeah. What has the music brought together to you guys as brothers, over the years?
I guess probably our genetic harmony is kind of the main thing. It's kind of been triggering us along the way. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, it's like a common denominator is we are truly blood brothers. A lot of people don't, because we don't have brothers in our name of our band. It's Flat River Band. A lot of people don't know and realize that, hey, we're actually blood brothers. We're true brothers.
No, yeah. I mean, you may call that a mistake by not having our brothers in that band deal. But the problem is when we first started, nobody could ever pronounce our last name, which is Seitz, Sitze. So Seitz Brothers. So we went with a town called Flat River, where my dad had a barbershop for 30 plus years in Flat River, Missouri, where we hung out in the summer. So we took the name over Flat River Band. That's where we come up with the name.
You just stole my next question. It was, how did you become the Flat River?
Yeah, he had a barbershop in Flat River, Missouri, next to the railroad tracks, and we grew up. One of the big things to do in Flat River, Missouri, was hang out at the river and cruise town, and so we spent much of our young life hanging out in Flat River, Missouri, where our dad had a business, and we had a kind of unique upbringing, being the fact that we kind of saw the world, all of our teens, through the windshield of a bus traveling with our family. So it's a super unique way of growing up.
Yeah, we never played sports.
None of us were into sport because we never played music. We were too busy playing music to ever take the time to play sports. I think in junior high, I tried and I broke a finger and I thought, oh no, this ain't gonna work. So that's kind of like that's our roots, and our roots is in bluegrass music, and singing, harmonizing. We learned to sing harmony in the back of my dad's Thunderbird, to All the Golden California by the Oak Ridge Boys. I mean, by Gatlin Brothers, sorry. And the Oak Ridge Boys, of course, the first time I remember coming home from school and catching the Dukes of Hazzard rerun. This would have been in the late 80s sometime. And catching a rerun of the Dukes of Hazzard and seeing the Oak Ridge Boys play at the Boar's Nest and hearing them sing Leaving Louisiana. So, you know, our last year, it's just been like, check that bucket list, you know?
Yeah. Can you talk to us a little bit about, you obviously loved the Oaks back then on Dukes of Hazzard. Can you talk to us a little bit about what Joe Bonzo meant to you guys? I know that Joe was a huge part of the Oaks, and it's coming up on 1 year since Joe's passed. And I just want to, do you guys have any cool, funny stories of Joe?
No, I didn't know Joe that well, but I did. I mean, I loved him. I didn't know him that well, but I did love him. He was such a great entertainer.
Energy out the roof. Energy out the wall.
That cat could not. He could not hold still on stage. And
he loved it. Yeah, you could tell. You know, you could tell it was in his. He sung from the heart, and all them guys sing from the heart. And I think that's a big part of the Oaks as well. And I think why we really connected with the Oaks is you can just sense and you can feel when somebody's singing from the heart. And Joe Bonzo was one of those persons that you can just sense it when you're out or when you're watching them. He's singing from the heart. You know what I mean? So that's something special that the three of us really take to. You can just sense it and you can feel the vibe when somebody's really singing from the heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's all the Oak Ridge Boys. And you've got to open for many great people like T.G. Shepherd, Ricky Skaggs, and much more. You guys talked about your bluegrass influences and being so heavily steeped in that or that bluegrass. Can you talk to us, our show, what it was like to open for Ricky Skaggs?
It was great. It was at Kentucky Horse Park up in Lexington, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, look, there's a poster on the wall. Yeah, I think probably 25,000 people. He's such a great entertainer as well. We've always looked up to him and his bluegrass roots. You know, we growing up in it, Chad and I went to college in Loverland, Texas, and we actually played in a weekly TV show with Natalie Maines from the Dixie Chicks, and it's funny because she always would crack jokes at us and call us hillbillies for loving. Chad would be in his overalls like he is right now.
Like he is right now.
And, you know.
Well, there's not too many college guys that walk around in their bib overalls.
This is true. So, I mean, she had every right to call him a hillbilly because he was. He is.
He is. Yes, he is a hillbilly. So we all three of us are.
It was just kind of odd that through college, you know, I played harmonica with her in a blues band, and Chad would play guitar with her on a TV show, and I played harmonica on that TV country jukebox with her every week. And as soon as we got out of college, I heard the Chicks on the radio, and they were playing mainstream country, but the Chicks back. As a family band, we traveled and opened shows, played on the same bill as the Dixie Chicks back when they were bluegrass.
It was before Natalie.
It was before Natalie even joined, but it's funny. It was just strange that she went with a bluegrass band at the time, and they changed over to doing mainstream country stuff. So that's a small world, brother. It's a small world.
Oh, it truly is. And you talked a little bit about how you grew up watching the Dukes of Hazzard. This past year, as you said, you got to check that off the box. And your latest release is you got to reenact 45 years later that same scene in Dukes of Hazzard with the Oak Ridge Boys and everything. So how is that coming full circle, and what was that for you guys to be a part of history?
My heart's full.
Yeah,
My heart is full.
It's pretty remarkable.
Definitely a God thing, you know.
Yeah, definitely a God thing, because there's no way that just the three of us knuckleheads could orchestrate something like that. I mean, how everything just fell together.
Fell right in place for sure.
It really did, and just the whole making of the video itself was actually pretty remarkable. You know, because we actually, it's about a 3-day shoot for that. I think it's like 6 minutes and 40 something seconds.
Yeah, the long video. Yeah,
But
you know.
it's I don't know, in our eyes, it's pretty iconic. And you know, I've always heard Rick, what's his name, the producer, what's his last name, Stu, or
I don't know, a producer.
Yes, but anyhow, he's always talked about going in, when you go in to do something, do it for yourself, not for the buying consumer. And honestly, I can honestly say, and I think these guys would say the same thing, we made this video for ourselves, not really for the buying consumer, because we wanted to do this. We wanted to, because it was such an iconic moment in our lives, that we wanted to share that same feeling. You know what I mean? Our how we felt as kids, just relay that to the public. And we were, you know, sure, in our back of our minds, we were thinking, wow, I hope people receive this. But we kind of did this for ourselves, really, because we wanted to do this. This is a bucket list thing.
We're huge fans of John Snyder. You know,
John Snyder is just
Bo Duke. I mean, who doesn't like Bo Duke?
I mean, he's remarkable. He on screen and off.
Really,
and his wife, Dee Dee.
He's real. He's a real person. He isn't one of those guys that's walking around with his head in the clouds, even though he's a huge celebrity. You know, he's real.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
That's
what we're all about. We're all about authentic. We love authentic people. You know what I mean? And that's what John and the Oaks, they are. They are the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you know, and it's such a blessing and an honor to work with people like that, you know, and you don't get that all the time. Obviously, you just don't nowadays. You don't get authenticity all the time, you know. So,
but the video was awesome.
It was so cool. We've got some edits that we edited out, but they didn't make it, and we're releasing probably over a period of time. But it was very cool.
Yeah,
super cool.
Yeah. Do you guys, I know that William Lee Golden is one of the funniest people I know. Did he say something during that day that just made y'all burst out in laughing, or?
Well, I tell you,
William just being himself.
William just being himself. And I tell you what was something, how in the making of this video, because unfortunately Richard Sherman got sick that day, the night or the day before. Their PR firm called us and says, "Hey guys, Richard will not be able to be there. He is
sick, so he's not doing
really ill." And here we are, you know, we're thinking to ourselves, okay, we got this camera crew, we got this rented facility, and there's 4-part harmony. There's a quartet on the track of making this album, and we're thinking, what in the world are we going to do? So the videographer and everything, we told him, related to him, he set up 3 microphones there on stage. And approximately 15 minutes before we went to action to shoot the performance part of the video, William Lee Golden gets on the phone and he calls Aaron. He calls Aaron. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" He goes, I'm over here shopping at Bass Pro Shop." He goes, "Why don't you come on over here and be in this video with us?" And Aaron was like,
"Which he's an awesome bass.
Aaron's
phenomenal.
He is. Aaron's phenomenal." And he says, "Well, I don't." Aaron says to William Lee, he goes, "I don't have any stage clothes or anything like that." And William Lee's like, "These boys can hook you up. Come on over here." So all he had is he was on his way to shop at Bass Pro Shop, and when he got there, we threw up another microphone, and I gave him my shirt to wear, and the steel guitar player gave him a pair of his extra pair of pants, and that's what he wore on stage.
So there's a little bit of behind the scenes tidbit there. But
Yeah, so the morning of, we were like, well, we're just gonna have to do it with three guys here, But unfortunately, Richard Sturban wasn't able to get there, and our hearts and prayers go out to him. Hopefully, he gets full recovery on his whatever he's got going on. But it was pretty epic.
It was awesome.
It was just the whole making of it, and it's pretty epic.
Yeah. And this isn't your first encounter with one of the Oak Ridge Boys. You got to, I don't say got to work with, but you guys did the soundtrack for a movie that he was a part of called The Least of These back in 2018. What can you guys tell us a little bit about making that soundtrack, and what was that like for you guys?
Well, we were contacted by a gentleman by the name of Mark Nicolosi. He's produced a lot of movies and videos for a lot of country music stars, and he reached out to us and asked if we had any Christmas music for his movie. It's that simple.
Yeah,
and we're like, well, we do.
Yeah, we just so happen to have a Christmas album.
So yeah, that's another opportunity to just kind of fill out the sky. It worked out, not because of us.
Yeah, for sure, not because of us. But since then, after Dwayne heard the music and this, that, and the other, he reached out to us online, and we've just kind of developed a relationship online, and he emailed us a couple times, and from there we just kind of nurtured a relationship with Ace. So he's a phenomenal human being, to say
he truly is.
Yeah,
a great historian as well.
Yeah,
yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah. Just a history book.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here on the show today. But a few more questions before we get out of here. Back in 2009, you guys debuted your first album called Flat River Band. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that album was like and what it was like making that album?
It was a learning process, to say the least.
That was our first country album.
That was our very, very first country album in 2009, and we've changed so much. We grew as musicians, as singers, as well. It was fun, but it was a learning process.
It was because we grew up playing bluegrass and gospel music, but a lot of folks don't know. I mean, we had 13 albums with our family band. And so going to the studio, I mean, it's not like it was like, not to look down on it or nothing, but it wasn't quite a big deal to go in like the first time we've ever been. So going into it, we were, we trying to make country music here. And we have grown a whole lot.
We kind of went like, we went this way and this way and this way. And I think it's taken us a good 4 or 5 years from 2009 to feel like I believe we've honed our sound and who we are, and our music speaks with who we are as well. You know what I mean? But it has taken some time for sure. I guess like for anybody.
Wow, man, you guys have crafted it, and what a career you guys have had and are having. And this has been one of my favorite shows personally, because when I think of big, I think of you guys, and you guys are incredible at what you guys do. Do you guys have any upcoming albums or anything, or tour dates?
We do actually. We're going in the studio. We're headed to West Virginia next week. Yeah. And when we get back from West Virginia, we go back in the studio, and we're going to finish up a project we're working on. We're going to actually recut a couple songs off that
off the debut
album. And so it's pretty exciting. I'm excited about getting another project out there. I believe last week, this song, that's Leaving Louisiana, we cut with the Oak Ridge Boys. It debuted at 41 on the independent country charts. So thank God, that's a huge blessing, and hopefully it continues to climb the charts, and we'll just play it one day at a time,
Wow. Congratulations on reaching 41 on the independent country charts. And I think it's going to be number one by the end of July, just because it has that summer sounding that everybody wants to get up and move to, you know, and I think that this is the summer song of 2025 is your rendition of Leaving Louisiana. I've already played it a chuck full of times.
I love that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
I can't get enough of it. It's earworms. I have to listen to it every morning.
Awesome, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yes,
So
thank
if
you.
you see it's number one, it's because of me listening to this one.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, I truly do mean that. No, but you guys are an incredible band, an incredible group of guys. And will you please come back to the show and give us an update on the album when it's all done?
We definitely will,
absolutely.
brother. We definitely will.
You guys want to do a rapid fire to close this thing out?
Sure.
You guys are the absolute best. What's y'all's favorite movie?
Yeah. Mine is Last of the Mohicans. That's an old one.
That's a good movie.
Mine would be
Braveheart.
Yours, Braveheart?
I like Braveheart,
This is supposed to be rapid fire. Come on.
watch a lot of movies, honestly.
Is that your answer?
That's my answer. I really don't. Last good movie I watched was Deliverance.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying that was the last good movie I watched.
What's the song that made you guys love music?
Oh my goodness, that's a deep one.
Probably All the Gold in California, but by the Gatlin Brothers.
Yeah. I would say so. That's kind of
we learned how to sing.
That's how we learned how to sing harmony. So it's like,
which we also recorded a song, their first number one with them. So another little bucket list thing.
Favorite book?
Bible.
The Bible.
10-4 on the Bible. It's our roadmap to our daily life. Can't read it enough.
Collection of historical documents that's just older than old, and it's kind of obvious to me personally that I mean it's there. So it's probably the Word of God, probably.
Well, I can't beat that. And I know that I said that this is rapid fire, but kind of the last important question is, how has God worked in your music over the years?
In every facet. We can't
every facet.
In every facet. We've went through so much as a band and as brothers that God has left his fingerprints on everything that we touch. It's not us. It's definitely a God thing.
Yeah.
And he showed out big time, and fulfilling our heart's desires. And, we live in a fallen world. There's darkness around us all the time. And our goal as a band is to be a light to those in this lost and dying world. If we can do that,
it's everything.
That's it. It is everything.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try and finish this rapid fire because you can't end it on a better note than that. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And this has been a huge honor. Make sure that you guys go stream and download and watch the new video with the Flat River Band and the Oak Ridge Boys with Leaving Louisiana and the Broad Daylight and so many more great of their songs. And make sure to go check out that debut album entitled The Flat River Band, all the way back in 2009. We love you guys. Love one another. Thanks so much for watching the KGC show. And who can I get bigger and better than the Flat River Band? We'll see.
You're kind. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, pal.
Love you guys. Love one another. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.